All right, everybody, I just wanted to show you some things about the paper. I got some questions emailed me today. I hope you had a good day. I have a sample paper up here on the screen from a while ago, and you can see MLA format up here, last name, page number up here. This format here is correct. Here's the title. You can see every word is capitalized. All right, so some questions I had. First is, what is literary present? So literary present means anytime you talk about a novel, you talk about it in the present tense because it's still continuing, it's still happening. So right here you can see it says Gatsby displays flashes of true greatness within him, not Gatsby displayed flashes of true greatness within him. He is, you can see, so much more than what most people see him for, not was. Okay, so present tense, even though, and this is not a perfect paper I'm showing you, you can see some pretty weak verb choice here, but literary present means that when you describe events in the novel, that you talk present tense. Okay, and as you discuss the novel, you talk present tense. Again, it is in the end when Gatsby's self-duplicity drives him mad, not drove him mad, drives him mad. So that's literary present. Next question that I got was about citations. When you only have to cite exact quotes. So you can see right here, it's bolded here. Nick, here's a lead into it, just to give some information that says, hey, here comes a quote, which you need to do. And then here's the quote. This is a double quote, meaning I'm now going to quote something from the book. This is a single quote right here because what I'm quoting is a quote within the book. So if you're quoting just Fitzgerald's writing, you don't need this single quote here. You can see afterwards I put Fitzgerald 154. That's the page number it's on. The period goes on the outside. And then you can see afterwards as well, there's a discussion of that quote. So don't just leave it hanging. Next thing is some transitions. You can see that this paper just uses transition words to go between paragraphs. And you can use transition words like this to go between paragraphs. I think another way to do it is to repeat a key word. So, and you can see some word choice here in this paper. There's a vocab word, Gatsby's adamant love. But if you repeated a word like the edge of the cliff right here in this sentence and holds on, if you want to do something in this sentence that says, you know, this cliff that Gatsby is on expresses this sense of greatness, something like that, that would also provide flow. So you can use transition words if you want. You can also use keyword repetition if you want. I also got a question about the introduction. You can see here's an attention getter in this paper. To have greatness is to stand out and to see a people who all meld together. That's great. The next several sentences now are a discussion, just starting to get into that topic. And several sentences in this paper from last year, getting into the topic of greatness, talks about greatness. You can see here the Great Gatsby is italicized. And then we get down here to the actual thesis, which is the last sentence of the introduction. And you can see that it is a well-done thesis. There is some punctuation variety in this paper as well. Word choice, I believe last year I required some vocab words. You can see these vocab words in here. I don't think I'll do that, but word choice is really important. I did bold a couple sentences that just need to be improved. Like here's one. You can just even look at this sentence and see that there's a lot of words in here that need to be improved. This is a sentence with so many short 8th grade-ish words. Here's another lead into a quote. And when you lead into a quote, you can use a period if you want. This one should be a period. The way it's said and the way it's written should be a period. The previous one was a comma because it was the way it was written. You should check that and see what works best. You could also go with a colon depending on how you lead into that quote. And then we get back down to, I just want to show you this sentence. This is not a full sentence. It's a fragment, so make sure you check that out. And then the works cited page is one page, a new page right here, work cited. There's the citation. I don't know if that's the right citation for the book you have. You'll have to look that up and make sure that you have the right citation for yours. And I think that's most of the questions. I'll post this on YouTube, and then if you have any other questions, send me an email.